Hi guys, Elon Musk may believe that he's helping to bring down governments that he doesn't like, but in the medium and long term, it may dramatically backfire for the richest man in the world. Sunder Katwala, the director of British Future, a think tank, told CNN about how Musk's lack of understanding of European and British politics and democratic systems sees him potentially back the wrong horse, which undermines his goal if that goal is to get moderate politicians out of power. Sunder explains how Musk's backing of Tommy Robinson in Britain and the AfD in Germany may turn the general public against both.
But it is having a political effect, potentially. What he said, for instance, about Tommy Robinson, the far-right guy here, who he's backing against Nigel Farage, who's, Mr. Right-Wing and Brexit. And what he said about the AfD, the far-right extremist, heirs of a very ugly tradition in Germany. He said they could save Germany. Where's that going to lead, do you think, politically overseas here?
I think he's going to struggle to have the impact in Europe, in Britain, in Germany that he's got in America, because he doesn't know enough about Britain and Germany. So when he says to Germans, I don't know why the AfD is extreme, they look like Obama's Democrats to me, then Germans know who the AfD are. And so it's Musk that's being isolated. He's made a mistake in ditching Nigel Farage for Tommy Robinson. Nigel Farage is a polarising, popular and unpopular politician that a quarter of people might vote for, and that they could say Musk's millions might make Nigel Farage Prime Minister. And he's always stayed away from Tommy Robinson, because Nigel Farage thinks when you're with Tommy Robinson, whose reputation is extremism, racism, football hooliganism, then you're a 5% politician. So Musk has actually taken himself outside of mainstream politics by attacking Farage for not backing Robinson. So it shows that this attempt to be the sort of Citizen Kane of the world isn't going to work if you're not credible in the countries you're trying to influence. We could treat him like a pantomime Bond villain, except it will stoke up violence at the extreme end as the sort we saw in Britain. So it's not that he's going to change our government, but he can make our society more dangerous.
Yes, I agree 100%. And it seems to be that what he wants to achieve as opposed to changing the government. Because if he truly wanted to get rid of Keir Starmer, he would be reaching out to members of the Labour Party and MPs within the Labour Party, because they're the only ones who can remove Keir Starmer from power. Like, Starmer could resign or he could be replaced. And there's no point talking to Nigel Farage or the Conservatives when it comes to this. This either demonstrates a complete lack of understanding that Elon Musk has in regards to UK politics, or he just doesn't care. The same with the AfD. Now, I think Elon Musk's support is a double-edged sword. Because when it comes to Nigel Farage and Tommy Robinson, yes, he's going to amplify Tommy Robinson and people like that. And he's, if he really wanted Keir Starmer out, he would support members of the Labour Party. But if his goal is, well, let's do it through Nigel Farage, then he sort of undermined his position by instead backing Tommy Robinson and suggesting that Nigel Farage needs to be replaced. Replaced with whom? Tommy Robinson as leader of reform? Don't see that happening. So what does Elon Musk actually want? I think, as was pointed out here, it's more likely he just wants to cause trouble. You see what's happening with the riots that took place last year. If there was another trigger, something else happened over the next few months, Musk would amplify those figures. He's amplified Tommy Robinson, but he's also amplified other far-right figures in Britain. So he would do exactly the same again. So maybe the focus is not so much on getting rid of Keir Starmer directly. It's more about undermining society and hoping that there would be some sort of massive rebellion or attack on public services or attack on the government. Maybe that's his goal. Now, when it comes to the AfD in Germany, yes, he's giving them a massive platform, but I think he's appealing to people who are already considering voting for that party. I don't think he's actually amplifying them beyond that. People are going to hear about them. And there's the double-edged sword aspect of this, where the more he shines a light on the AfD and their party and their politics, perhaps it's actually going to have the opposite effect of what Musk wants to achieve. He wants to see them in power. it may actually, the more he talks about them and more he shines that light on them, he may actually turn people off, because some people may be willing, to actually come out and vote against them. I've said before, elections are referendums on the incumbent, but this could be an election against the AfD, because people who may have been considering voting for them because they're not happy with the government or the governing parties may actually look into their manifesto, may actually listen to what they have to say about particular issues and decide, actually, I don't want anything to do with this party. I'll actually prefer to vote for the incumbent as opposed to voting for this extremist organization or party. So while Musk may think that he's amplifying them in a positive way, giving them lots of airtime, it may actually work against them in the same way as when it comes to right-wing politics in Britain. A very small percentage of people support Tommy Robinson and the far right, and the fact that Musk has thrown his support behind Robinson as opposed to Nigel Farage, at least for now, undermines his goal of getting rid of Keir Starmer, it seems. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.